An exhausted business owner had just finished the 3-week trek up the mist-shrouded Tibetan mountain trail, and he was finally standing in cold, clear air in front of the greatest marketing mind in the world. This man was said to have been the brains behind every top-performing ad for the last 30 years, but because he no longer had any desire for worldly gains, would only help those willing to endure the grueling hardship of a journey to visit him in person, because he wanted to hear only the toughest, most sincere questions. The master invited the tired man to sit and have tea. And once they were seated, the sage said, "You look troubled, my son. What could be bothering you on such a fine day as this? The sun is shining, the birds are singing, the volcanoes are quiet, and yet you seem to have the weight of the world on your shoulders." The businessman straightened his spine and blurted out, "I am J. Pierpont Luckendude III of Luckendude Marketing Incorporated. I create the biggest campaigns in the world, the highest performing PPC ads, and make more money for more people than God has lightning bolts." "Then what is your disturbance, my son? For it seems the world does your bidding." "Well," man kind of fumbled with his teacup, "lately, nothing has been working. My PPC ads are going unclicked. My banner ads are just sitting there taking up space. All the email lists I buy trash my server, and my calls to action aren't generating any action." The sage smiled and said, "Well, the answer to your dilemma has been beside you all along. Now, when you return to the world, do as I say, and your fortunes will once again improve, only better than before." And with that, the sage took out his whiteboard and wrote this strange formula. The businessman copied it down, and when he returned, he did just as the sage had explained it to him, and his fortunes did improve, even better than before. In a moment, what the sage said. The interview I just related to you is an example of storytelling, which is an example of what the sage told J. Pierpont, and it can be summed up in 6 words. Hi, I'm Steve Washer, and this is the 5-Minute Authority, where hidden marketing truths become obvious profit strategies. The reason our hero, J. Pierpont's marketing, was no longer working was that he had taken one shortcut too many in a changing world. And before I tell you how he solved his problem, let me tell you what J. Pierpont had been doing with great success up until lately. Even though marketing tactics and strategies, at least the good ones, all begin with the goal of attraction, J. Pierpont had done just the opposite for years and done it really well. And by it, I mean persuasion and coercion. He had, by sheer force of will and fistfuls of dollars thrown at Facebook and Google, used repetition, fear, and false scarcity to turn visitors into customers. But some people, the people his clients had turned to for help, had gotten tired of responding to clickbait. In fact, a new term has been coined to describe this phenomena: click remorse. A visceral reaction to an expected result being replaced by something horrifying, like clicking on a $5 off coupon to your favorite restaurant, but getting enrolled in a $79 a month subscription to hand cream. What the sage told J. Pierpont was that through all of Google's changes throughout the years, when thousands upon thousands of marketers were seeing their sites go invisible, one technique would always be welcomed and can be summed up in 6 words. Marketing supports content, content supports people. It's expressed like this: C over M equals S. Content divided by marketing equals signal. If there's too much marketing and not enough content, you get more noise than signal. Think of it as the heartbeat of your business. Just as your heart needs both systolic and diastolic pressure to stay alive, your business needs both content and marketing to thrive. But if your low number, the marketing number, is too low, you won't be seen in your marketplace. If it's too high, you won't be believed. The right ratio is a little different for every business, though the top number, content, should always be the highest. Regardless of the number, it's good to have the best content possible. After all, without it, where would we point any of the marketing? A simple tip from the top of the world. I'm Steve Washer. See you next time on the 5-Minute Authority.